India is the first country in the world to land a spacecraft near the moon's south pole, a moment of history for the country.
In 2023, India achieved a historic milestone with the Chandrayaan Three mission landing on the moon's south pole. While the mission was celebrated globally, what was uncovered during this journey has raised even more questions. Strange materials, unusual heat signatures, and potential evidence of artificial structures beneath the surface have scientists, including physicist Michio Kaku, deeply concerned. Could this discovery hold a dark truth about the moon's history? The Chandrayaan Three mission. In the summer of 2023, India reached a historic milestone when it successfully launched and landed the Chandrayaan Three spacecraft on the moon's south pole. The mission, orchestrated by the Indian Space Research Organisation (ISRO), placed India alongside global space giants like the United States, Russia, and China in the realm of lunar exploration. This achievement marked a major breakthrough for India's burgeoning space program, positioning the country as a significant player in the international space race. The moon's south pole, long considered one of the most scientifically important locations on the lunar surface, had remained largely unexplored. The region is unique due to its permanently shadowed craters, which are believed to contain valuable reserves of frozen water ice. This ice is considered a critical resource for future lunar missions, as it could provide water, oxygen, and fuel essential for sustaining human life on the moon. The significance of Chandrayaan 3's success is immeasurable, not just for India, but for humanity's future in space. Water on the moon could potentially pave the way for permanent lunar bases, opening the door to further exploration of the solar system. However, while the mission was hailed as a major success, something far more unusual and unsettling was discovered. ISRO's Pragyan rover, equipped with advanced scientific tools, began its investigation of the lunar surface, and what it found wasn't just water ice. It was something that challenged the very foundations of science. Materials were uncovered that didn't behave in the way we'd expect, raising questions that would have even the most seasoned scientists scratching their heads. What exactly did India's Chandrayaan 3 discover on the moon that is so concerning to experts like physicist Michio Kaku? Could there be something far darker hidden beneath the moon's surface? The discovery of unknown materials on the moon raises serious questions. Could they be proof of alien life or technology, or is there something even stranger at play? Game changer for science. The Pragyan rover was equipped with some of the most advanced instruments to date, including laser-induced breakdown spectroscopy, LIBS, and an alpha particle X-ray spectrometer, APXS. These tools were designed to measure and analyze the moon's regolith, or surface dust, which is made up of a complex mixture of minerals. Scientists expected to find familiar elements like sulfur, magnesium, and iron, but what they stumbled upon was far more unusual. One of the most unexpected findings was the presence of a material that absorbed electromagnetic radiation in a way that no known substance could. This material acted almost like a sponge, soaking up energy in a manner that defied all laws of known physics. It was not like any material that could be found on Earth or even in lunar samples collected by previous missions. Its ability to absorb electromagnetic radiation in such an unusual way sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Michio Kaku, one of the most well-respected voices in theoretical physics, weighed in on the discovery. He stated that the implications of this finding could be revolutionary, but also deeply unsettling. If this material is natural, it would challenge everything scientists understand about chemistry, energy, and electromagnetic properties. It could rewrite textbooks on material science, chemistry, and physics. But what if this material isn't natural at all? What if it's something artificial? The possibility that it could be the product of extraterrestrial life or an ancient civilization raises more questions than answers. Could this material be proof of extraterrestrial technology or a long-lost civilization? Or is it simply a new scientific discovery that challenges our understanding of the laws of nature? The heat signatures. Chandrayaan 3 didn't just find strange materials on the moon's surface, it also discovered something equally perplexing: heat signatures emanating from beneath the lunar surface. The Chandrayaan surface thermophysical experiment, CHAT, one of the rover's key instruments, recorded temperature variations across the lunar South Pole. The findings showed that beneath the moon's surface, heat pulses were fluctuating in an unpredictable and seemingly dynamic pattern. These fluctuations were unlike anything seen before on the moon, especially given that the moon is considered geologically inactive. With no volcanic activity for billions of years and a solidified crust, the moon should, in theory, exhibit stable temperatures. So what could be causing these temperature pulses? Some scientists speculate that the heat could be coming from pockets of trapped heat beneath the moon's surface, remnants of the ancient magma ocean that formed shortly after the moon's creation. These pockets of heat, having been insulated by the moon's regolith, could be slowly leaking through the surface. However, the fact that these temperature fluctuations are not stable and seem to respond to external stimuli raises another possibility that something more is at play. Could the heat be connected to the mysterious material found earlier? What if this material is capable of absorbing energy from solar radiation or cosmic rays and then releasing it as heat? If this is true, it could suggest that the moon's surface is not as inert as previously thought. The presence of fluctuating heat could be indicative of hidden geological processes, or perhaps even something more advanced at work below the surface. What's behind these unusual heat pulses on the moon, and could they be linked to hidden lunar activity or extraterrestrial technology? Could the moon hide a city? One of the most extraordinary findings of the Chandrayaan Three mission was the discovery of a massive cavern beneath the lunar South Pole. Using ground-penetrating radar, the Pragyan rover identified a void large enough to house a small city. The cavern was not just a random geological formation, it displayed unusual grid-like patterns that suggested some form of intelligent design. These features seemed to resemble walls, frameworks, or supports, which are not naturally occurring on the moon. This discovery raises a multitude of questions. Could this cavern be the site of an ancient alien base, left behind by a technologically advanced civilization? Or, perhaps even more bizarre, could it be the remnants of an ancient human civilization that once thrived on the moon and was lost to time? The presence of structured features within the cavern suggests that it could be artificial in origin, which defies the traditional understanding of the moon as a lifeless, barren rock. If these structures are artificial, it would change everything we know about human history and space exploration. Could humanity have once visited or even colonized the moon in antiquity? Could this cavern be the site of a forgotten outpost, waiting to be rediscovered? Or is this discovery the result of extraterrestrial activity on the moon long before humanity ever reached it? For Michio Kaku, this discovery represents an existential dilemma. If humanity were to find artificial structures on the moon, it would not only rewrite our understanding of space exploration, but also force us to reconsider our place in the cosmos. Are we alone, or have other civilizations already visited the moon? Could the cavern be the site of an alien base, an ancient human outpost, or something far more mysterious, waiting to be uncovered? The geopolitical implications. The discoveries made by Chandrayaan Three have sparked more than just scientific debate. They've ignited a new geopolitical race for control of the moon's resources. The South Pole, with its valuable reserves of water ice and other minerals, is now considered one of the most important regions in space exploration. As the moon's resources become increasingly valuable, nations around the world are scrambling to stake their claim. With India's success, the country has firmly entered the global race for space exploration. But what does this mean for the future of lunar exploration? How will the discovery of water ice, rare minerals, and potentially alien technology impact the future of international space missions? Michio Kaku believes that this discovery should not be used as a point of contention, but as a reason for global cooperation. The moon, he argues, should be a place of collaboration, not competition. However, with so much at stake, the possibility of conflict cannot be ignored. The moon's resources could provide the key to future space exploration and even colonization. Will nations cooperate to share the moon's treasures, or will the quest for control over lunar resources create new conflicts in space? The tension between cooperation and competition could shape the future of lunar exploration for decades to come. As the race for lunar resources heats up, Will nations work together? Or will the competition for control of the moon lead to new conflicts in space? The philosophical questions, beyond the scientific and political implications of the Chandrayaan Three discoveries, there are deeper philosophical questions that this mission raises. If the materials discovered on the moon are truly alien in origin, or if there are ancient, artificial structures buried beneath the lunar surface, what does that mean for humanity's place in the universe? For Michio Kaku, this discovery opens the door to questions that humanity has pondered for millennia. Are we alone in the universe? Could there be other civilizations out there, watching us from the far reaches of space? The discovery of alien materials or technology on the moon would force us to reconsider our understanding of life, intelligence, and the nature of the cosmos. In addition to the potential for life beyond Earth, this discovery raises ethical questions about how we should approach space exploration. Should we be cautious in our interactions with extraterrestrial materials and technology? What responsibilities do we have as we uncover the mysteries of the universe? These are questions that we will have to grapple with as we move forward in our exploration of space. What does this discovery mean for humanity's place in the universe, and how should we proceed with the knowledge that we may not be alone in the cosmos? A new theory emerges. The discovery of anomalous materials, heat pulses, and potential artificial structures on the moon has led scientists and theorists to rethink some of their long-held beliefs about the moon's origin and the processes that shaped it. Traditionally, scientists have explained the moon's formation with the widely accepted theory that it was the result of a collision between Earth and a Mars-sized body early in the history of the solar system. This impact, known as the giant impact hypothesis, is believed to have ejected material from Earth that eventually coalesced to form the moon. But as the Chandrayaan Three mission unveiled more unexpected findings, some researchers began to reconsider this model. Could the moon be older than we thought? What if its history wasn't as straightforward as the impact hypothesis suggests? Michio Kaku has raised the possibility that the moon might not be a simple byproduct of Earth's formation, but could have been a celestial body with its own distinct origin, potentially with a much more complex and mysterious past. Some alternative theories suggest that the moon could have been captured by Earth's gravity rather than forming in the aftermath of an impact. Others propose that the moon could have been part of a much larger, now vanished planetary system that once orbited our sun. This would explain the discovery of materials on the moon that don't match anything in the known solar system, including the strange, energy-absorbing substance found by Chandrayaan Three. Could this anomalous material be a clue to a different kind of moon formation, one that involves extraterrestrial forces or influences from beyond our solar system? Is it possible that the moon is far more than just a satellite for Earth, but an ancient artifact from a much older cosmic history? Could the moon's true origin be something far stranger than we've been led to believe? Are we looking at evidence of a celestial artifact from a distant, ancient past? The risk of misusing lunar discoveries. While the discoveries from Chandrayaan Three's mission have been groundbreaking, they also raise significant concerns regarding the potential risks of misusing these findings. The discovery of strange materials on the moon, particularly those with properties that defy the laws of physics, has profound implications not just for science, but for technology, energy, and even global security. These materials, if harnessed improperly, could revolutionize industries like telecommunications, energy storage, propulsion, and stealth technology. But with such immense power comes immense responsibility. Michio Kaku has warned that while the possibilities offered by these materials are vast, they come with potential dangers. If these materials can absorb and manipulate electromagnetic radiation, they could lead to breakthroughs in energy storage systems or stealth technologies for military use. However, this technology could also fall into the wrong hands, potentially leading to catastrophic consequences. The balance of power on Earth could shift dramatically if nations gain access to technology that harnesses the properties of these unknown materials. In addition to these geopolitical concerns, there is the issue of scientific ethics. Should humanity be rushing to exploit these findings without fully understanding their long-term consequences? Could these materials, if misused, pose a threat not just to humanity, but to the very fabric of our understanding of the universe. Kaku's concerns reflect a broader debate that is taking place in the scientific community about the ethics of space exploration. As countries push forward in their lunar missions and plans to extract resources from the moon, the need for international regulation and cooperation becomes more urgent than ever. Space exploration could quickly become a free-for-all, with nations scrambling to control resources and technologies that could alter the course of history. The question is, should we be rushing to exploit these discoveries, or should we proceed with caution? What are the ethical implications of exploiting the moon's resources and technologies, and how can we prevent the misuse of newfound power? The moon's unknown structures. The discovery of a massive cavern beneath the moon's south pole, along with the possible evidence of structured features within the cavern, raises yet another troubling question. Could the moon harbor ancient structures or bases, possibly even extraterrestrial in origin? As the Pragyan rover scanned beneath the surface, it detected a void large enough to house an entire city, with features that suggested something more than just a natural formation. These grid-like structures found in the cavern are not typical of the moon's geological makeup. Their symmetrical patterns hint at intentional design, potentially linked to advanced technologies. Could this cavern be the site of an alien base or an ancient human colony that predates known history? The fact that these features align in a grid-like pattern only adds to the mystery, suggesting that they could have been constructed by intelligent beings with advanced knowledge of engineering and architecture. This discovery is deeply concerning because it challenges everything we know about the moon. For years, scientists have assumed that the moon was a barren, lifeless satellite that served as a stable platform for Earth. But if the moon contains ancient, artificial structures, it would open up entirely new possibilities for the history of humanity and space exploration. Could it be that extraterrestrial life once inhabited the moon, or is there a deeper, more unsettling truth behind these structures? Moreover, the possibility of hidden alien technology buried beneath the surface of the moon raises even more questions. What kind of technologies could be hidden in these structures? Could they provide us with advanced propulsion systems, energy sources, or even weapons that could change the course of human history? Or are we on the verge of discovering something so far beyond our understanding that it will challenge our very perception of the universe? Are these strange lunar structures evidence of extraterrestrial technology? Or is the moon hiding something even older, perhaps even human in origin? Could the moon be hiding more secrets? The heat anomalies detected on the moon's surface by the Chandrayaan Three mission have sparked a flurry of speculation among scientists. The presence of fluctuating heat pulses coming from beneath the surface is a particularly troubling discovery. Normally, the moon is considered a geologically inactive body, with no volcanic or tectonic activity for billions of years. So what could be causing these unexpected heat pulses? Some researchers speculate that the heat could be the result of geothermal activity, possibly tied to remnants of the moon's ancient magma ocean. The idea is that pockets of heat have been trapped deep beneath the lunar surface and have been slowly leaking out. However, the fact that these heat pulses are dynamic and responsive to external stimuli, such as the movements of the Pragyan rover, suggests that there may be other forces at work. Could the strange material discovered on the moon be linked to these heat pulses, absorbing solar radiation and releasing it as heat? Or could this be evidence of hidden, unknown processes happening deep below the moon's surface? In addition to the heat anomalies, Chandrayaan Three's instruments also recorded over 250 seismic events, which are thought to be moonquakes. These quakes, which can be caused by thermal stress or meteor impacts, have been documented before, but the fact that they are occurring in conjunction with the heat pulses raises even more questions. Could these events be tied to subterranean processes that we don't yet understand? Michio Kaku has warned that we are only scratching the surface of what's happening on the moon. If these anomalies are linked to something much deeper, we could be on the verge of discovering a new type of lunar activity that could change our understanding of the moon's geology and its potential for future exploration. Could these heat pulses and seismic events be linked to something much more profound beneath the surface of the moon? And could they point to an unknown form of lunar activity that we're only beginning to understand? Geopolitical ramifications. With the moon's newly discovered resources, water ice, rare minerals, and potentially even alien technology, the geopolitical implications are enormous. As nations race to secure their positions on the moon, the issue of who controls these valuable resources becomes more pressing. The discovery of these materials not only advances science, but could be the key to future space exploration, fueling missions to Mars and beyond. For Michio Kaku, the primary concern is that the moon could become a site of intense political rivalry. Just as nations on Earth fight over resources like oil, rare earth elements, and land, space could become the next frontier for conflict. If a single nation, or a small group of nations, were to control the moon's resources, it could create an imbalance of power that would disrupt international cooperation in space exploration. At the same time, the discovery of extraterrestrial materials and technologies on the moon could raise concerns about military applications. The potential to develop new energy sources or advanced propulsion technologies could give countries a significant strategic advantage. The race to secure these resources could escalate tensions, creating new rivalries in space. But there is also an opportunity for cooperation. Kaku has emphasized that space exploration should be a global endeavor, where nations work together to explore the unknown and share discoveries for the betterment of humanity. The moon could become a symbol of what humanity can achieve when it puts aside nationalistic interests and unites in the pursuit of knowledge. Will the race to control the moon's resources lead to cooperation or conflict between nations? And how can we ensure that space remains a place for global collaboration? The moon's role in the global space race. The discoveries made by Chandrayaan Three have not only advanced our scientific understanding, but have also significantly changed the dynamics of the space race. As nations look to the moon for resources, technology, and potential habitats, the race to control the moon's south pole and its resources is heating up. With the moon's water ice, rare minerals, and now potentially alien technology or ancient remnants, space agencies around the world are grappling with how to manage this newfound territory. Michio Kaku has warned that the stakes in the space race are higher than ever before. The moon, which once seemed like a desolate, barren world, is now a hotspot for innovation, economic growth, and international cooperation, or conflict. The United States, through NASA's Artemis program, has long viewed the moon as a stepping stone for deeper space exploration, particularly with an eye toward Mars. But China, with its own Chang'e lunar program, and now India, with Chandrayaan Three, are emerging as serious competitors. The arrival of these new players complicates the space race and raises significant questions about who will control lunar resources. NASA has long been a leader in space exploration, but with India's success, there is a new, potent player on the field. In fact, ISRO's Chandrayaan Three mission cost a mere fraction of NASA's missions, proving that India can compete on the global stage without a hefty price tag. This cost-effectiveness has not gone unnoticed and has raised the question, should space exploration be left to just the superpowers, or should there be opportunities for smaller nations to contribute to global discovery? Kaku's concern is not just about the race for resources, but the race for knowledge. As more nations prepare to land on the moon, including future missions from ISRO, NASA, China, and the European Space Agency, the question becomes, are we truly collaborating in space? Or is this competition threatening to derail humanity's ability to work together? The moon's resources and discoveries could either serve as a unifying force for human progress, or they could divide us further as we fight to control the most valuable real estate in the solar system. As nations like the United States, China, and India race to dominate the moon, will cooperation take precedence? Or will this new space race ignite political and scientific conflict? Are we ready to handle the unknown? While the technological advancements and discoveries coming from the moon's south pole are exciting, they also raise significant ethical questions. Should humanity be rushing to exploit the moon's resources and uncover potentially dangerous technologies? Should we be cautious in our exploration and proceed with care, acknowledging the uncertainty that comes with uncovering unknown materials and forces. For Michio Kaku, this is one of the most pressing issues. The potential discoveries on the moon could be revolutionary for humanity, offering us new energy sources, advanced technologies, and perhaps even answers to questions about extraterrestrial life. However, with these advancements come significant risks. The unknown materials discovered on the moon, those that behave unlike anything known on Earth, could be powerful, but what if they are dangerous? Kaku urges a careful, measured approach, emphasizing that rushing into exploitation without fully understanding the potential consequences could be catastrophic. Additionally, the ethical responsibility of space exploration is something that must be seriously considered. As nations push forward in the race to control lunar resources, how should the scientific community ensure that space exploration benefits all of humanity and not just the wealthiest or most powerful countries? Should the moon be treated as a common resource that belongs to all of humanity, or will countries turn it into a battleground for control? These ethical concerns also apply to the discovery of possible alien technology or evidence of an ancient lunar civilization. If such technologies were to be found, would humanity have the right to use them? Or should these discoveries be studied and preserved with the utmost care to avoid misuse? The question of how to handle extraterrestrial or ancient relics is not just a scientific challenge, it's an ethical dilemma that will shape the future of space exploration for generations to come. As we uncover alien technologies and rare materials on the moon, will we act responsibly, or could our actions lead to unforeseen consequences for humanity? Lunar bases. One of the key goals of lunar exploration is the establishment of permanent lunar bases. The discovery of water ice on the moon's south pole, along with other valuable resources, has brought us closer to realizing this dream. But the question is, how can we establish sustainable bases on the moon, and what challenges will we face in doing so? Could the materials discovered by Chandrayaan Three, particularly those that defy known scientific principles, play a role in building these bases? The idea of lunar bases has been discussed for decades, with space agencies around the world considering the moon as a potential launch point for further exploration, including missions to Mars. The lunar South Pole, with its constant access to sunlight and potential water ice reserves, is a prime location for these bases. However, the discovery of strange materials and heat anomalies has raised concerns about what lies beneath the surface. Could these findings complicate the establishment of a base, or could they actually help us build advanced, sustainable habitats that harness the moon's unknown resources? Additionally, the ethical and logistical challenges of establishing a lunar base are immense. What will happen if nations begin building bases on the moon without proper international cooperation or regulation? The moon is one of the last unspoiled frontiers in space, but as more countries and private companies get involved, the possibility of conflict increases. Will the moon become the next battleground for geopolitical struggles, or can humanity work together to create a truly collaborative space exploration effort? Michio Kaku warns that while the promise of lunar bases and the resources they could provide is enticing, it's essential that humanity approach this task with humility and caution. We are dealing with the unknown, and the risks involved in tampering with unknown materials or forces could have long-lasting consequences. Could lunar bases become the future of human colonization, or will the risks and challenges uncovered by Chandrayaan Three derail our dreams of a moon colony? The moon's true secrets. Perhaps the most unsettling aspect of the Chandrayaan 3 mission's findings is the possibility that the moon is hiding far more than we've been led to believe. From strange materials that absorb energy in ways we can't explain to heat anomalies beneath the surface, the moon is revealing itself to be far more complex than we ever imagined. But what if the moon is hiding something even more extraordinary beneath its surface, something that could change the course of human history? The massive cavern detected by the Pragyan rover is just one example of how the moon's surface is far more than a barren, desolate wasteland. The grid-like structures within the cavern suggest that there may be something hidden beneath the surface, a hidden civilization, alien technology, or even remnants of a forgotten human past. The discovery of these features raises the question, what else could be buried under the moon's surface? Could there be more artificial structures, or perhaps hidden resources that are waiting to be unlocked? The fact that these discoveries are happening now, at a time when humanity is poised to return to the moon, adds an element of urgency to the situation. Will we act quickly to unlock the secrets of the moon, or will we approach these findings with caution, as Michio Kaku advises? The potential for discovery is immense, but so too are the risks. What if we uncover something that we're not ready to handle? The Chandrayaan 3 mission has opened up a world of mysteries, but this is only the beginning. Stay tuned for more groundbreaking discoveries. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest updates on the moon's secrets and beyond.